Hey, what is going on, everybody? This your boy Mike Jacks, based out of Orlando, Florida, with eXp Realty. I'm making a quick video today about some tips that, from my experience, and this is just come from my experience only. Everybody has different experiences, so don't take this as it's to say all for all new agents, but it's my experience. So, for brand new agents that are out there, when you're doing your first time showing a house to a potential buyer or investor, I'm going to give you some tips that might help you. Okay. So biggest thing is you want to get there early. That's super key because there's some times that there's issues with the lockbox. So for example, if there's an electronic lockbox and let's just say you have an issue with it because you're going to another county that your MLS is not in, you want to get those issues resolved hopefully a few days before. But if there's an issue with the super key or something like that, you can get that fixed while you have some time. But most of the time, super keys are pretty simple. If there's an issue with the combination code not being updated, that's happened before. I've had some people have new combination lock boxes and they accidentally put the incorrect 4-digit code or whatever, however many numeric digits they might have. So you can call the real estate agent and get that fixed. And if you're there early, it's a lot better because it's just you in that situation versus having your client there. They're already super emotional and excited to see the home, but then you have them waiting to access the home because something just didn't go right as unplanned or unexpected. So it's better to go ahead and get a feel for that in advance. So what I normally do is I actually go to the home at least a day in advance just to make sure all the kinks are good or a few hours in advance. And normally there's not a lot of issues, but occasionally there can be. I had a situation one time where I had a lockbox that was really hard to open, and thankfully I got it to open, but it was super hard to open. It was crazy. So long story short, I got there some time early and I avoided my clients having to wait the length of time that I waited to get that thing open. The realtor apologized for that. That was a whole nother story. So yeah, go early, biggest thing. Another tip I would say is look around the house and get a feel for it for yourself. Put yourself in the mind of your buyer. So you should know your buyer better than they almost know themselves, if you do your homework and research. So this video is only made for once you have a showing. Now, prior to the showing, there's a lot of things you should have done prior to that, but I'll make another video for that another day. So once you get there early, you kind of want to look around, check out some of the home. You should have like a seller's disclosure to where if it's a resale, you should have a seller's disclosure to where you're getting out there and seeing some of the situations that might present some issues. So you just kind of get a feel and look for it for yourself to not just prepare you, but also prepare your buyer in advance. Because sometimes buyers, they read stuff, but they don't really diligently understand what it means. But you as a realtor, you're the expert. You can help inform them better on what a lot of that stuff means on the seller's disclosure and things of that magnitude. And then when your buyers arrive there, you want to kind of, everybody has a different take, but I've learned to give them their space. When you're like all up on them and you're like following them around like the shadow, yeah, you want to be intimate and check them out, but I just let them go and let them get a feel, let them be natural and organic. The house is going to sell itself if they like it anyway. And most of the time you're there because they like the house. They're telling you like, hey, I like this house, I like this area. So I just let them go and see it. I'm just there to kind of advise and lead. So I give them a little bit of space, but there are certain rooms that I'll kind of, be in closer proximity in, like the kitchen, the bathroom, those type of rooms that people love to see. The master bedroom in particular. And then after that, what I do is I ask them, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about this home? Get some feedback, and I do it in writing as well. So that way, if they didn't like the first couple homes that we saw, each home I should be getting better feedback and not the same or worse. The goal is basically to shorten the search process as diligent as possible and to be efficient while you're searching. Because if you're one of those realtors that's taking buyers out there like all day and you're spending almost a month seeing homes, that's a little too long, and the market is not waiting on anyone. It's just going to keep rising. So when you show a home, make sure you have your buyers in there, you're engaged with them, you're getting a lot of feedback, and you're seeing what they like, what they don't like, and find out why. Like, why is it that they like this property when they get there? Because a lot of buyers will say, hell, I love this house, this is my dream home, and then when they get there, they're like, oh, I hate it, it's not what I thought. So why the sudden shift? Like, why the big shift? Why the drop in emotion? So those are things to find out, so that way each showing you get better. And like I said, those are basic tips that I would suggest doing. Arriving early, as a recap, just to arrive early and being diligent and following up with your buyers, seeing their response, and being knowledgeable about the property, the area, running some comps before you get there. Make sure you comp the property, of course. So when your buyers ask you some questions, you have a lot of information on your MLS as a realtor to be able to help provide them answers to their questions, because they're going to ask off script questions. So, you know, you're going to be prepared. If you don't know the answer, don't answer it. Tell them, hey, that's a good question. Let me look into that for you, and get back with them. The one thing you don't want to do is try to act like you know so much or whatnot and try to impress, because when you do that, guess what? If it's not right, they're going to hold you to that and say, hey, well, you told me this. So you might want to make sure, if it's something you don't know, consult with your mentor or your team and get some help, and that's okay. So these are tips for brand new agents, you know, that are starting and wanting to know. So that's just a little bit I got for you. I will do another video like this. I'm kind of in a rush now because I'm realizing, like, oh man, my time is flying. But I want to make a quick video for somebody out there. Somebody might need to use it. You're about to do a show and you're like, man, what do I do? What do I do? I can't get a hold of my mentor or something. So hopefully this video helps you. Get there early. As a quick recap, once again, get there early. Make sure you can access the home and look around the home before the buyers get there. And then when they come there, you can answer their questions. They're going to say, hey, where's the master bedroom? You've already toured the home, so you know. Hey, where's the garage? You've already toured the home, so you know. And then those basic things you should be able to do. If it's a complicated question, just get an answer for them at a better time, and then follow up with them and stay engaged. All right. Many blessings. Take care.